All right, welcome to the first ever Hawks GM franchise. So I've had 2K for a little bit, although I'm gonna admit I've primarily just done the my player stuff. So I've yet to actually play 2K16 with the full on, controlling the whole team and everything like that. Um, so this is actually my first time going through all of that. I did play it on past versions, I've had 2K15, 2K14, so on and so forth. Um, but what I did, because I don't feel like spending forever in a day trying to play these games to make the stats look realistic, I did up my time, my quarter time to 7 minutes instead of six, and then I lowered the computer's time from 12 minutes to 10 minutes, and hoping that'll give closer stats as far as when I'm playing the game. So we'll see. But as always, y'all know that I'm a big Atlanta fan, especially when it comes to the football stuff. So we're going to stick with the hometown team, and we're going to select the Atlanta Hawks here. And let's go. As the newest and hopefully greatest GM of the Atlanta Hawks. Heck yeah, I am going to be that. We're going to be nice at first. We don't know him yet. By the way, this my player looks nothing. The face that they got here looks nothing like me at all. I tried. That thing doesn't do a good job of making people look how. At least not for me, it didn't. I don't know. Maybe it's the lighting in the room. What's his expectations? Do not let our team chemistry fall below 65%. Yeah, we can do that. And what is his wish list? He expects his team to lose to lose less than 33 games this season out of an 82 game season. Okay, so we're talking about winning at least what 49. That's doable. We can accomplish that, especially with the Hawks team the way it was. If you make a promise to a player, you better keep it. Yeah, we'll follow through on that. Yeah, well, I just hope that's true. Christian staff from Jeremy Maguire said the same thing. Don't do anything to upset too many players. Keep average team morale above 60. Yeah, that's doable too. I'm agreeing to all these things here. This might be tougher than I expect. Who knows? Being in top 10 in attendance. That might be a might accomplish. I can't see that one being an automatic. And you'll earn XP. All right. Manage need. Yep. Oh, dang. They give you bonus money and you lose money. Okay, if you fail it. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's doable. I'm not going to do anything right now to affect this since it's the first season with it. Let's get started. We're going right into the first game. Sound is a little too quiet. I'll have to go back and look at some of that music.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Hawks in Atlanta. Well, for Atlanta, they're excited to be back out on the floor for game number 1 of the season, and I don't think anyone has doubts that they want to send a strong message tonight and tip off the new season with a win. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, I don't know, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before, Kenny has said it many times, it could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while, including what Golden State did last year and winning the ring.
I don't know about y'all, but I kind of like those pregame shows. You know, I find them actually very entertaining. But I just skipped ahead. FanDuel is everywhere. Y'all see that FanDuel at the top? Goodness. Jeff T. That dude's amazing.
A buzz in the air here at the Phillips Arena. Welcome everybody to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. Along with
if you need any Hawks info, you got me covered. Appreciate it, Cookies.
It's all about the Eastern
Appreciate it, man.
That's where the action is today as the Atlanta Hawks get ready to battle. So Detroit will get
hold up. No, I can't play with that angle. Hold up. That's got to change. Yeah, we're going with a 2K angle.
First possession. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Ilyasova out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Morris in at the 3, the small forward. And that one's good.
Boy, you got
how you been, Cookies?
Nice assist by Jennings.
On defense, Detroit. Millsap passes to T. Here's Korver. Here's Horford. Takes
there we
it
go.
To the teeth of the knee and converts the way up.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
To the inside. Here's Drummond.
There it is. Oh!
They recover it. And here's Ilyasova outside. It's rebounded by T.
There we go.
And it's the Hawks' ball. Morris with the block.
Oh! Okay. Guess I can't take it to the hole like I wanted to right there.
Drives in. The shot misses. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Last year, a good one for Jeff T. Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's
all right, I'm going to slow this down. I'm not doing like what I usually would do.
Leading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Pistons shooting their first free throws here for the night.
There we go.
Free throw, no good.
Jeff T, a real
We're going to get it going here. We're going to get it going.
Tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim. You guys, Jeff T, an attack guard. He's just an average.
There we go. See?
Shooter,
Told you we were going to get it going.
To the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Here is Jennings. After Kyle Korver's bucket, Ilyasova dishes to Drummond, and he goes in for the dunk.
I tell you what, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside.
This year, I do think we'll do well again this year. I think the additions in the offseason of Thiago Splitter and crap, there was somebody else. I think they were good additions, though, to the team.
Alligator arm that one, short stroke. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Morris with the screen for Jennings. And that is good.
I am terrible at this defense, man. Defense is always my weak point on here, though. It's hard to stick with people.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Horford with the screen on Jennings. Millsap kicks to Splitter. Korver passes to Horford. The Hawks working the ball around. Korver no
Come on.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Jennings drives in the corner. Drummond with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's a screen.
Nope, that ain't in.
It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Now here's Millsap. There's the killer
There we go.
two-hand slam.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has
Kimberly
tremendous
Millsap almost dropped the ball right
The
there.
Pistons have gotten 3 of 8
Well, he
shots
did
to
drop
fall
it,
for
but I
them
mean,
in the
almost
first
gave it
quarter.
away.
And Detroit was a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule.
I'm getting tired of this pick and roll mess, man. Hold on.
Back-to-back series.
Might have to switch up to a zone here.
In the league.
The Hawks trailer. Outside Teague. Millsap kicks to Horford. Left side Korver. Here's Splitter. Nice pass. Nice
There we
catch
go.
and a resounding dunk.
Ooh, and that dunk had some anger to it. I mean, usually he's content to just go up and get the finish with the soft touch.
Not that time. The big man looked like he had something to prove there.
Well, when it comes to finishing ability, he does have something to prove. He's been known to trick some layups here and there. It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And it's Korver in the corner. That's good.
There it is.
So Teague with the assist.
There it
Got
is.
5 points so far.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Kicks it to Drummond. Dishes to Morris. Over to the wing. It's Jennings with the drive, and it's blocked. Dives for it, and to the ball. Splitter touched it last.
Couldn't keep it in bounds.
Atlanta will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Paul Millsap. Hardaway's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. They get a hand on it. Now off the inbound. Shot is off. So Atlanta will take it the other way. And it's their first look at this year's Pistons here for the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season. And
Come on, Hardaway. There it is.
Yes, you know, these are two teams
Let's
clearly
go.
on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. I mean, this is a team they rightly feel they can beat every time they take the court with them.
Here's Jackson after the basket by Atlanta. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're heading in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
They get it back. Here's Caldwell Pope, guarded by Hardaway. Clock at 6. Excellent use of the screen that time.
All right, they got me to bite on that.
Going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Hawks leading. Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his MO.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years, has probably the best defensive efficiency.
Oh, that was
career
weak.
As a coach.
I was trying to
And
step
his team
around them, too. They
always
wouldn't let me.
played with great emphasis on that side of the ball.
Now here's Jackson. Shot, high post. Here's Caldwell Pope. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Great rise and dime there.
Let's try this isolation again.
To make the assist.
Now here's Schroeder. Defense right on him. Cephalosha. The rebound
Nope.
by Caldwell Pope.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Outside Jackson.
All right.
At the end of one, a closely contested
Not exactly the
game so far.
best
It's Detroit
quarter right there.
up by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta.
We'll get it going though. Like I said, first game, first time on 2K16. They done switched up some of my controls a little bit.
And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
They've been a well-oiled machine offensively thus far.
They've kept the ball moving, Greg, and their opponents chasing after it. That's how they've piled up all the points.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Johnson is out there with Anthony Tolliver, and it's Baines in at the 5 spot. Now the feed to Horford. Bazemore inside the 3-point line, but they'll get another chance.
There we go.
The whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach.
See, I don't know if the Hawks are built to the style that I like, though. That's the unfortunate thing. I like playing more of a perimeter style shooting.
Pass to Caldwell Pope.
I know we got Corver, but, you know, toward the end of last season, I'm sure y'all remember, especially when the playoffs started, Corver couldn't make anything, it seemed.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now here is Horford. To the inside.
Get in there.
Good D by Drummond. Pistons shooting under 40% all in all for the game.
And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year. Eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at
Oh.
Jackson passes to Caldwell Pope. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Come on, Bazemore.
These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. The Hawks second.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively.
And guys, you know, Cantavius Caldwell-Pope, this guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a 2-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Morris. Jody Meeks comes in for Johnson. And it's Jennings.
That play is not working for me.
And the call
That pick and roll.
Jeff T. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Drummond, T.
There we go.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. In the corner, Bazemore with it. He dishes it to Millsap.
Wow.
And here we go.
I'm just not going to pass anymore.
It's tipped. Here's Bazemore. He's guarded by Jennings. And Bazemore kicks to Horford. Bazemore dishes to Corver for the 3.
Come on,
Rebound
Corver.
Detroit. On the topic of Caldwell Pope, he's the kind of guy who needs a year to feel his way around. In college, Greg, you may recall he showed dramatic improvement between years 1 and 2. The same thing has been true in the pros.
Yeah, and he has everything going for him. I mean, excellent outside shot, tremendous defensive tools. He just needs to add some strength and stay in
There we go.
attack mode to reach the
Force
next level
something in
he
there.
needs to develop.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here's Meeks. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Jody Meeks last season, coming off the best effort of his career the year before, signed a big contract with the Pistons. They thought he'd be their designated three-point shooter. Instead, he missed the first 22 games with a back injury and just never really got in sync.
And so Meeks nails both of them. Now for Jody Meeks, we were just talking about with Greg last year, Clark. He did have a game where he rained 9 3-pointers on Orlando, just one short
Get
of
in there.
all-time record.
Well, it's all about rhythm for him. I tell you where he finally found some rhythm last month of the season. I mean, he shot 57% from the field and 44% from behind the arc.
And Detroit has possession. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. And that one's good. Drummond.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Teague, the pass to Horford. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up. Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer, Clark. He's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Cephalosha comes in for Kyle Korver. Hardaway is subbed in for Kent Bazemore.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half. And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
The Hawks trail by 4. Inside. Horford.
How did he not make
Well,
that?
won't miss
He
many of
was
those,
right under the net.
especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
The drive by Jennings, and he gets the bucket.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense,
Wow.
I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more.
Now here's Teague. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Teague's got 6 points in the quarter.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Caldwell Pope. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Jennings has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Here's Hardaway. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one.
I'll take it.
Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Detroit.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about how well they defended the rim? Not just blocking shots, but also altering them here in this first half.
Splitters checked in for the Hawks. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Teague. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Ilyasova. Johnson, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Jackson in for Brandon Jennings.
I messed that shot up.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. There's the dish to Tolliver. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
You know, not many saw it coming last season with the Hawks. I mean, they just ran away with the Eastern Conference. It was the first time they took the East since 1994.
Now here's Jackson. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Feeds to Tolliver. To the middle. Here's Meeks. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Meeks got 4 points now in the quarter. And with the Hawks and the East, they just dominated the rest of the division. 39 of the Hawks' 60 regular season wins came in conference.
Yeah, and across the board, the Hawks statistically just dominated all Eastern opponents. They shot it better, played better defense, took better care of the ball.
Oh, my
They were
gosh.
set up to be a factor in this conference for a long time.
And the slam dunk by Johnson.
I'm getting my tail
Agility
whooped
leads
right
to
now.
thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Horford.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Jackson drives in. That's tipped. And here's Schroeder. Out to Hardaway. Three-pointer. No good on the buzzer beater. And so we wrap up the first half. Pistons lead
That
by
second
10.
quarter did not
And
go the
don't
way
go
we
away
expected.
After the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And it was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period.
20% three-point shots.
In the second quarter,
11
they
of
imposed their
26
will
on
the
field
game and
goals.
built a 10-point lead at the half. And that's
We do
gonna
have
do it
more
for
blocks,
now as the
though,
second
so
half
that's
is
something
just
going in our
about to
favor.
get started.
But somehow we got to find a way to get on it here. 'Cause that was a terrible first half for us. Didn't even break 30 points.
Now the third quarter about to get going.
Checking out the game, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is happy.
He has 12 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Teague and Korver are the guards. Horford is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Splitter in at the center. So that's the
Wow.
Hawks 5.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Pass to Ilyasova. To the left wing. Over in the corner, Meeks. The Pistons working the ball around now. Jennings drives in, releases from the wing and drills it. Jennings
then.
has got the lead up to 12 now for Detroit.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are the jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yes, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus
What
on
the
one
heck?
player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
He feeds it to Meeks, and Drummond kicks to Ilyasova. Drummond with a screen on Teague. Jennings dishes to Drummond. That one goes. Count it. Drummond's got his third bucket of the night.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And guys, Brandon Jennings last season looked like he was finally becoming more efficient. He shot at the upper range of his career field goal percentage from 3 and the free throw line.
There we
and
go.
then suddenly the Achilles ended
Got
his season
something.
at 41 games played. Really unfortunate.
Who called timeout?
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Getting back to Jennings last season really did start out as one of his best. Not just the improvement, Clark, in accuracy. His turnovers per game were at a career low.
Yeah, that's what we have to watch out for with Jennings. I mean, he's still only 26 years old, Kevin. Now, plenty of time to continue to refine and hone his game. I think his best basketball is in front of him.
Out of bounds, Atlanta
There
will
we
take
go.
possession.
There
With the
we
break in the
go,
action,
dog.
let's show you
Give
the
us
teams
something.
with the most second chance points last year. In the third spot, the Pistons.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Teague against Jennings. Misses off the right iron.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Here's Meeks. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. You would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
And so Meeks nails both of them.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
And that one's good. Millsap.
There we go.
Detroit leading by 12. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Passes it to Ilyasova. Shot's good. Jennings
Wow,
making
every
it
shot they freaking take
Jennings has got his
seems like it
7th
goes
assist of
in.
the game with that last one.
And you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their role superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the player of the
There we
last
go.
year in an unprecedented move.
Korver finally getting
They
something.
immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range, trading blows from behind the arc.
And stolen by Horford. And Teague, here we go. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It goes on Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Yeah, and Al Horford really has become one of those elite two-way big men. And that's very rare. You look at most bigs in the NBA, they excel at either one end or the other, but this is one of those guys that does it all.
And the Hawks making a change here. Bazemore is checked in. Jennings passes to Drummond. And that one is hammered home.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's
Go
no
in
line
there.
those
Golly.
And
No
Horford is
pressure on
6'10",
that shot
and so
either.
Power forward who's been pressed into duty at the center spot, but he holds his own on the low block.
He also does a really good job, Kevin, moving his feet and covering in space, covering the pick and roll. He's outstanding in that regard, which is important in today's game. He's got mobility and a high IQ.
They get it back. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Jennings kicks to Drummond and stolen by Horford. Korver up top. He's got 10. Millsap.
There we
That's
go.
good, and so Teague with the assist. Millsap's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Hawks. Ilyasova dishes to Drummond. Scored the bucket. He's
Wow.
made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Here's Bazemore.
Nice, Bazemore.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
The pass to Ilyasova. Teague against Jennings. He kicks it to Ilyasova. 4 on the shot clock. And the basket goes.
Oh, my goodness.
Ilyasova's got 5 points.
Somehow we got to find a way to stay in
Those are
front
the
of him.
kinds of plays that are just killing them right now. And guys, how about Ilyasova last season shooting the basketball? Always a decent threat to score. His improvements in efficiency were amazing. He increased his field goal accuracy from 41 to 47% in only 1 year.
Looking at who's out there now for the
I can't
Hawks.
get Schroeder to do
Tomo
nothing.
Cephalosha has checked in for Korver. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Ken
All right.
Bazemore.
We got this, though.
For Teague.
It's nowhere near over. We're only down 10. That works.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And we were talking about Ilyasova. There's a reason his field goal percentage went up last season. It wasn't necessarily better shooting. It was probably better shot selection.
And I think the scheme played to his strengths. Lots of ball movement, penetration, kicking out to open spot-up shooters. Ersan showed us that's his kind of game.
It's deflected. Horford goes in. Rebounded
Come
by Jackson.
on.
Pistons leading by 10. This is to Caldwell Pope. Back to Jackson. Right wing. And powered down.
Wow.
The jam.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And
That was only
good.
2?
Schroeder.
He must have stepped on the line.
54 seconds left here in the third quarter. Jackson drives in. No good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Hardaway, no good.
I'm a fan. of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here's Caldwell Pope, covered by Cephalosha. It falls for the 6th time in
We've
7
missed way
tries
too
this
many
contest.
shots in this
That's
game.
86%. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Schroeder with the ball. Outside Millsap. 12 seconds left to play in the
No,
third.
I was trying to pat. Oh my gosh.
They get it back.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on.
It wouldn't let me pass it who I wanted to there.
And as we end the third quarter,
That's all right though.
double-digit deficit
Like I
will
said,
make it tough.
first game in this thing here. And it's not on pro either. It's on the next one up from that.
Quarter might not come down to the wire, but you never know.
But
Here's Jennings.
basketball is not my main sport, so
All right, now a chance to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Pistons, Jennings runs the point with Jackson flanking him. Andre Drummond is out there with Ilyasova.
there we go.
And it's Morris in at the 3 spot. Fast break, here they come. And
Boom.
slam dunk by Bazemore.
There it
Nice
is.
pass that
About doggone
Excellent
time.
vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Detroit leading by 10. Now here's Jennings. And Drummond kicks to Morris. Back to Drummond. To the paint. Here's Jennings. And the shot counts.
And a
He's
foul,
fouled,
son
and
of a
chance for
gun.
three-point play.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for the Pistons. Hey guys, Brandon Jennings, some people love his chaotic game, some can't stand it. One of the more polarizing talents in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever shoot for an efficient percentage or become a lockdown defender, Kevin. He's an offensive catalyst. He pushes the action, and he'll go on scoring binges, but I think he does more good than bad with his style of play.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Meeks. 6 on the shot clock. Ilyasova, a screen on Teague. And they force
There we
shot
go.
clock violation. Great Teague. Hawks trail by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Millsap passes to Korver. Meeks with the steal.
Wow.
And now the fast break. Meeks with the ball.
What?
Jennings against Teague. Ilyasova sets a screen for Jennings. Takes a 3. That's good.
Wow.
And the Pistons lead by 16.
Okay.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Detroit.
The activity
right.
level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Bazemore.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
How
No,
about how
Korver.
he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Jennings kicks to Morris. It's back to Jennings. The kick out to Ilyasova.
Yep,
Down
they
to
got
5
me
on
on
the
that
shot
one.
clock.
Oh.
Drummond with the jam.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Jennings with the ball. Picked up by Teague.
I never get how to steal effectively on here.
Jennings against Teague. Jennings dishes to Meeks. Here's Ilyasova. An easy layup and
Look at
coming
that.
off the pick.
almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
And Teague, here we go. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Wow,
They're really starting to pull away from us here.
But the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
All right.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Al Horford, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. The drive by Jennings, and yes, sir, that one drops.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Teague, the pass to Splitter. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Pistons leading by 16. Outside Jennings. Up
And
top
we have
Morris.
A- stealing
All
with
sorts of
that.
time. Rebound by the Hawks.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Korver kicks to Teague. Jennings against Splitter. And Millsap, here we go. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
The Pistons have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's Jennings, rejected by Teague. And it's going to be out of bounds.
There we
The
go.
Pistons will retain possession.
Somebody's out here still trying to play.
Hawks on D. It's a 14-point game. Meeks with it. Now defended by Korver. Morris dishes to Jennings. 6 on the shot clock. Drummond a screen.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Outside for Korver. Back to Teague. The Hawks working the ball around. Splitter passes to Teague. On the wing, Korver. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Jennings against Teague. Ilyasova, a screen on Teague. Over in the corner, Meeks. The shot's good.
Wow.
And the assist by Jennings. Meeks got
Oh
6
my
here in this
goodness.
quarter.
They've been splashing home those threes since halftime.
Market improvement.
I'm going to go ahead and say this too. If any of y'all have any advice
To start the
for
game.
me, I'd appreciate it as well. As you can see, I'm not really that great at it.
1:43 left in the fourth quarter. Millsap kicks to Korver. Back to Millsap. Morris
Really?
with the rebound.
Right under the freaking net.
Morris has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Pistons.
Tonight they seem committed to the 3-point shot.
That certainly was their main meal, their bread and butter, if you will.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the
Hey,
season series.
Korver
to
got one.
establish a psychological edge.
Let's
Especially
go.
because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance. He just looked like an orchestrator
go.
out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
And stolen by Jeff Teague. To the middle, and stolen by Ilyasova.
No. Gosh, dang it.
Teague against Jennings. To the inside, Drummond. Good work defensively by Millsap. Atlanta with the ball, down by 12. Teague dishes to Korver, jacks up a 3. Rebound on Andre
Nobody's
Drummond.
going to even try for the
That's not
rebound?
the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And we sub Schroeder in. All right, whatever.
9 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Hawks foul call. 10 bases. That's his 2nd personal foul. Shooting for Atlanta. Contagious Caldwell.
Man, the crowd then emptied out too. They said we ain't sticking around for this. That is kind of a cool effect, though. Kind of wish Madden would do something like that.
Schroeder. No good.
Oh well.
And so it's the
Not bad
Pistons
though.
taking
First game. I mean, yeah, we got blown out, but you know, again, not bad for the first full-on team game that I've played on here for 2K16, and it's not on Pro either.
First game of the NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in.
Trial by fire, dog on it. And as I get better, I will start to increase the difficulty until I'm eventually playing on Hall of Fame or whatever difficulty that was up there.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with
Let's see who
Kenny
got
Smith
player
and
of the
Shaquille
game.
Brandon Jennings. And Kenny, you had some words earlier while the game was going on. What do you think?
In my opinion, his passing is what really drove the
11 points, 10 assists, and 2 rebounds. Okay.
The ball around,
Got a double-double.
everyone involved in the offense, and he wound up with a nice number of assists to show for it.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just getting started.
Go ahead and quit out of that. Yeah, we got a lot to learn on here. A lot to learn. Oh, I didn't expect post-game interview. Cool. All right, all right. So that was the first game of the season. That's actually in what, 8 days in real life? Yeah, I got October 19th right now. So that's not bad. We'll get to actually see them in action for real. Trade block untouchables, playoff picture. Oh wow. Okay. Cool. Well, listen, I hope y'all enjoyed watching this. Like I said, I got a lot to improve on. Feel free to like, follow, and subscribe if you did enjoy this, or even if you didn't, still would appreciate some feedback. You can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube under the same handle, Shakira725. Check me out. I got my Falcons franchise on there. I got other videos from other games too, not just sports games. You know, I play a lot of different games up there. So feel free to check them all out, and we'll catch you guys next time.